Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here with another plan with me. This time I'm using the Cyber Monday mystery kit from 2022. So just this 2022, no, 2023. Wow, I don't even realize that I'm in 2024. Great. Time is off. Anyways, this was this was last year's mystery kit. This is exclusive art. It will come to the shop. As of exactly when it's going to come to the shop, I don't know just yet. I really got to get a handle on my release schedule. That's kind of been thrown up in the air because of just everything going on, which is stuff that I just don't have to reiterate. It's just when there isn't a lot of time to do stuff, things go to the wayside. So I decided to take elements from the journaling kit and did I pull in elements from the full kit? I don't remember. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So I took elements from the full kit, elements from the journaling kit, and just kind of just had fun playing around with this. This week was a crappy week. And as my kids were like, "Mom, are you okay?" And my answer to them was, I'm just sad, and stuff. And they were so supportive and gave me so many hugs and just let me be with my feelings, which was really, really nice. And stuff. And so you'll see me kind of look back because I really did like how I did my spread towards the middle of January, where I used a journaling kit and stuff, and everything. I look back. I look back so I can get inspiration again, because I didn't know exactly how this needed to be. So I had made a post on the Monday the 19th because I ended up having to do a lot of tax stuff that day and getting books finalized and getting stuff over to our loan officer and all of that jazz. And I remember saying, like, this is what I'm doing. It can only go up from here. Holy expletives. It went down from there. Like, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but the situation that ended up happening on Tuesday was not okay. It has to deal with family. And honestly, I really don't care if these family members follow my YouTube channel or follow me on social media and hear this stuff. This is my life, and I really don't care. But the things that were said and the way that it turned out, one, it made me just sad, but it pissed me off too, to the point that I have not talked to that side of the family since before this. The way that they talked to my husband was not okay. They didn't even bother talking to me, which was even worse of a problem. But it put me in a bad headspace. And there's very, very few things that can put me in a bad headspace. And I think just because of how much was going on, just in life in general, it was just this was able to get into my head. And so I have felt my feelings and have made some decisions, and stuff. And I feel extremely lucky to have not only kids, but a husband who is very supportive of me making these decisions. They may not fully agree with them, but they're like, you have to do what you have to do in order to make sure that you can move forward. And that is what I have slowly been doing. So on that Monday, there was no school or work. Steve did not go into work that day, and then the kids asked for the day off. It was President's Day anyway, so they really asked for that day off. They didn't have seminary that morning. And I was like, yeah, because I needed to work on books. Clearly, that's what I just wrote. And you know what? I can really kind of see the appeal to doing your spreads like this. This was extremely freeing and stuff. So pulled out this What's for Dinner sticker from Tipsy Dog Designs, and that's what you're going to see that on every single night this week. I was just like, I have the space. Like I said, it was such a weird week and didn't have a ton of plans, and I could kind of move things into this order, but I can see the appeal to doing spreads like this. In fact, I really, really love this, and I can see the layering, and I'm gravitating towards it a lot, like a lot. So, if you just saw that little skip go on right there, had to do something on my phone. I think somebody called me. I don't remember. Like I said, when I shouldn't be so delayed on filming stuff. So I ended up putting Daisy there from Tipsy Dog Designs because this was not a fun adventure. I got it done all in one day, and balancing books for the business, inputting everything, getting everything situated for taxes. Now the only thing left I have to do is just menial stuff. But it's been a long, arduous time. But Daisy is sitting there giving her middle fingers, which is exactly what it was. And then clearly you can read what it says right there. It just needed to happen. It was getting pushed off, and it just needed to be done. But like I said, the top sticker where it says no school or work, that is from Miss Moss. I don't have a lot of stickers from her. They have a tendency to be a little bit on the larger side. Maybe she's changed the sizing she does, but these stickers I've had for quite a while. They have a tendency to be on the larger side for me. That's obviously a larger sticker, so I can get away with it. But doing a spread like this, I can definitely see the whole appeal to the layering and all of that. So Tuesday after co-op, so Monday was a great day. Besides having to do all of that, Tuesday was a great day at co-op. Had a wonderful, fantastic time. It was when I was out on a date with my husband that the crap just started to happen. And it wasn't okay in the way that any of it was approached or how any of it was done. But you'll see the sticker that I put down in a minute. You'll see. And you'll probably chuckle with me. But my husband and I went to this Cuban restaurant. I've never had Cuban food before. So we went to this place called La Habana Vieja? Something like that. Anyways, Cuban restaurant. Absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. I overate first because I don't eat a lot at co-op. Like, I don't eat a huge breakfast before we go to co-op. I eat just a couple of things when we're at co-op for lunch because I'm so busy doing other things. So I overate. But anyways, you see my little sticker there, family drama, and then you see what it says. Like, that's literally how I felt after this moment. And it kind of has felt that way since then. And stuff. And to be honest with you, that's not how any of your family should ever make you feel. Like, if my kids put this down, and this is just me, but if my kids had, had those kinds of thoughts or put that down, I really would be doing some inner reflecting on what kind of a parent I have become to make them feel that way. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally off kilter about this, but whatever. So the little table flipping thing was joy of planning. That evening was filled with a lot of tears, a lot of anger. My older kids got to know some of the issues going on and stuff. And to say that I live in a very supportive environment is an understatement. I have got very wonderful kids and a very wonderful husband that just helped me through feeling my feelings on this scenario. But moving on to Wednesday, we ended up having spaghetti for dinner that night. Time to fix stuff. What did I have happen that it was time to fix stuff? I think it was the maintenance guy came back. Yep. The maintenance guy came back to fix our bathtub, and he took forever. And all I wanted to do was just have a day. I mean, he came over pretty early, so I ended up picking up the boys from seminary, and like 10-15 minutes after we got home, he was like, I'm out here. And I was like, crap. So I couldn't even cook me breakfast at the time and stuff, so had to wait for him to do it. He just took forever. And I remember just sitting on the bed, and I'm just not in a good headspace. And I let everybody know, like, that's part of being an adult when you're not doing okay, is telling them that you're not doing okay. And so I took a mental health day that day. I really had a lot of work that needed to be done, but I was not in a good headspace. I was exhausted, and I mean, I'm literally sitting here watching, just mindlessly scrolling through TikTok and reels on Facebook and seeing things, and they're just bringing me to the edge of tears. And if you guys know, like, I've met a few of you out there that watch my YouTube videos, and it's always weird, like, telling people about you and stuff like that. But one of the things is I am not a big crier. I don't enjoy crying. I know why we need to cry, and I know the benefits of crying. It gives me a headache. I don't like the way that it makes me feel afterwards, so I'm not a huge fan of crying. Does it happen? Of course it does. I'm only human. Crying's gonna happen. But how long, like, just weird things were just bringing me to tears. And that's when I knew that, like, I was just not okay. Was not okay. And I made sure to communicate that with my kids, so that if I just kind of started to withdraw for a moment, that they were not worried that they did something wrong, because that's the last thing I wanted them to think of, is that they did something wrong, because by no means did they do anything wrong, and whatnot. But they really did help me through this week. So, like, I sit here and I talk about it, and not being able to go into specifics, it's very, very frustrating. And maybe one day I will. But knowing how they treated me as a person, and that was not treatment that I've ever received from people, I knew I was safe. So, anyways, on Thursday I had to work on some more loan docs for the home. This was finalizing everything. They sent us our estimates again. They sent us a couple more things that we had to sign. Partly because this was supposed to be 7 days out from closing, and we were supposed to finish it up. That since has not happened, but whatever. Thursday was a long work day. There's no sense in me putting, like, individual stickers. Like I said, I can see the appeal to doing these kinds of layouts, because it allows me to use a big sticker like this to block out a big chunk of time, because all I was doing that day was printing an inventory. That's all I was doing. That night for dinner, we ended up having, kids ended up having leftovers, and I begged my husband to go buy me some wings, because I needed some wings, because once again, not in a great headspace, and I needed something to try and bring me out of this stupid funk that was happening, and I didn't want to let those people have control over me. So by Friday, things started to feel better. Like, Thursday, I got really into the weeds of things, was in a better headspace, had good wings. By Friday, I was doing much, much better. And we ended up having enchiladas again that night for dinner on Friday, which my kids absolutely loved. It was so good. So good. And Friday was a massive cutting day. Massive. When I say massive, 6 or 7, maybe even more than that. Man, I really need to take pictures of this. It was a huge stack that needed to get cut. So it was time to cut. Plugged on my headphones, was listening to murder podcasts. I mean, I guess I technically can't say that. Whatever. True crime podcasts. When I go in to do my stuff for YouTube, I'll flag it for the ads. It is what it is. I forget that sometimes social media is like this. But that's neither here nor there. I just had a good time listening to my true crime podcasts. I couldn't even tell you what I know which. I was listening to a bunch of different podcasts on because was it the week before? The Alexei Trevizo case. They just came out with something like her court date is getting pushed back or something like this. Like, I'm very interested to watch how her court case goes, because I've been obsessed with this since I first learned about it last year. Obviously, it happened in January 2023. So mid-year, like when it hit the news, I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. If you love true crime and you've not heard of the Alexei Trevizo case, you're going to be appalled. It is a horrible thing. It has trigger warnings because it talks about motherhood and infant death, and it's not. But I'm interested to watch it go through, because I want to know, partly I want to know how the defense is going to defend her with all of this video that is there. But I'm not going to get into that. So, pack subs that evening, use a sticker from Happy Daya. Like I said, it was podcast day. Yay! With marking that with Fox and Cactus. On Saturday, I tried a brand new recipe. Not even a recipe. Just like, this is what I have. These are some of the ingredients I do. Let's mix them together and see if it comes out. Oh my gosh, we had no leftovers. It was great. So they were beef bowls. We're getting ready to do those again this week. I'm so excited. Obviously, double box, and finishing off Sunday's dinner because we had done so much cooking and had some leftovers. And I was done by that night, having such an emotionally draining week. It was a yo-yo night. So yo-yos are you're on your own. That's what we call them. And I have older kids, so that's easy. And it's basically, you get to decide what you want to eat. You can cook you pancakes, you can cook you eggs, you can make your ramen, you can make a pizza, you can have cereal if you want. It's a yo-yo night, you're on your own, make sure you eat, and we will make sure that you eat. So we always ask, hey, did you get anything for dinner? And it allows them to be a little bit more independent on their side of having to go, I have to think about what I want to eat, how am I going to do this, and usually on yo-yo nights, fast food is not an option. So it's not like, hey, can you just take me to go get some burgers and fries? That's not an option. So it gets them a little bit more creative with what they have going on in the house. Mind you, we live in a house of 6 people. There's a lot of food here, so it's not like they are missing out on anything. So Saturday was a packing day. That is from Happy Daya as well. And then I went on a lunch date with Steve. That sticker is from Fox and Cactus. Is it from Fox and Cactus? I think it is. And it's feed me, because of course, why not? And then I did some filming that day. Put down a sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. And then just write in filming day on the side, but I have too big a handwriting, so it ended up being weird at the end and stuff. And then on to Sunday. Sunday was a very low-key, relaxed day, and we went to church, and it was a prep day. So that's what I did. And then obviously shenanigans over on the sidebar side is going to be emails every single day, because I didn't put emails during the week. See? Switching things up, making it different, at least trying to. So loving all the layering pieces from the journaling kit. I really do think I'm going to start doing a lot more spreads like this, especially on busy. I mean, let's face it, I have a lot of stuff some weeks where I can have 2 planners and kind of split things up. Regardless of kids stuff gets in there, it's just all mashed into one at this point type stuff. I really do want to do more spreads like this. So this could be a way that I get the second planner to do spreads like this when I have more stuff going on during the week. That way everything gets labeled out. That prep day sticker, that is from Plannin' with Manny, I believe. Cute little owl stickers. They never got filed away in the correct spot, so I always forget about them. Like I said, it was church day that day. That was the day that I got released from my calling. My president ended up not showing up, and I ended up having to go up and say a few words, and I was terrified because there's one thing, if you are prepped to speak in front of people, cool, nervous. When you're not prepped and you get called up and you have to say words and you have nothing on your mind, disaster. So frustrating. Want to run out. Yeah, but we survived. We survived. It was great. So it has been a little bit of a breath of fresh air to be released from my calling because it was a very demanding calling. And if I ever get called into one of those positions again, at least I will know. At least I will know. So, important, I lay down another Tipsy Dog Design sticker, and that is the important part. I don't have any room for hate in my heart. I do have plenty of room for go F yourself, though. And that has really been what my week has kind of felt like. So that is what I end up putting down there. It took me a minute to find it. So I have all of my subs that I have from Tipsy Dog Designs on a circle ring. And I punch the holes, and it just makes life easy. So this is what I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope to see you guys around in my next video. Until then, take care. Have a good one. All right.